Hey, I have a question for everybody. Why are there no Irish lawyers? Because none of them could pass the bar. What is up, everybody? Welcome to Whatever with Jason Soto, the comedy podcast that makes no apologies. I'm sorry, but no apologies. I am your host, Jason Soto. We are back for another wacky week of whatever. Hey, that fit. That worked. With me is my co-host, Lisa Sally Haynes. What's up, Lisa?
I am tired.
You need to stop going to Atlantic City at midnight.
No, I'm sorry.
And the incorrigible Bear. What's up, Bear?
Did you just call me the incorrigible bear?
Yes,
I think
I
you're
did.
incorrigible. You are very incorrigible.
Did I say a falsehood? Did I say a
think he meant
falsehood?
incorrigible, but you are also an incorrigible bear.
Yeah.
No,
also,
I meant
think that's my-
incorrigible.
You
I
meant
think that might be-
incorrigible. You've
No, I
got the
meant
emphasis on
incorrigible.
the wrong
No,
syllable.
incorrigible.
Incorrigible.
But
I think that might have been your worst cold open of all time.
I think
I
it was
also
my
like the fact that
best.
I didn't get the damn joke right away, so I am tired.
Well, speaking of, we have a guest.
We do.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, I also apologize.
I don't. 'Cause I've been looking forward to this moment for a long time. I cannot wait to see how this goes. My co-host over at the FBI's Most Unwanted and the new co-host of Hearsing Around, it is Brenda. Hello, Brenda. How are you?
I am dandy. How are you?
I'm wonderful. I'm excited. I'm in a weird mood. I had a weird day today. I had a lot of Girl Scout cookies, so I'm amped up from that.
We're all so screwed.
And I have a lot of fun shit planned. That's going to make everybody hate me at the end of this. So I cannot wait to get to that. But we have to do something that Brenda loves when I do this on the FBI's Most Unwanted. It's like her favorite thing of
You are
all
such
time.
a cocksucker. Damn.
The favorite thing is I have to do the Audible ad. So what Brenda doesn't know is there's a different ad that follows the Audible ad. So that's going to be exciting for her. But I have to start with.
Yeah, she's gonna be thrilled. This is the highlight of her day.
This is the highlight
You and
of
your
her
ads.
week. Of the week, I say. We're only on Thursday. The week.
Highlight.
Don't say
of my
only.
week.
Thank God we're at Thursday. Do not minimize the fact that I'm out of here on Friday.
The
Don't
highlight
do
of
that
my
to
week,
me.
though, was really hearing me say thirsty for dick.
And Dick Hound and the word
And
Dick Hound. And that you're a Dick Hound.
Yeah. Your accusations of me being a dick hound were
Are you a criminal lawyer, Brenda?
no.
Do you like? Forgive me because I don't know the proper term. Because one, I'm tired, and two, I'm not in law. But
I work for the state.
do you take things to trial? Like, are you speaking in front of judges and stupid people all the time? So
Oh,
a
yeah.
lot of the language that you're spewing comes from the shit you can't say in court to people. Correct?
Yes.
Got it.
That's why she says cocksucker all the
I
time. Because
get
she
it.
cannot,
I
she
totally
cannot
understand.
she cannot call the other person on
Kindred
trial. a
spirits
cocksucker.
in many ways, my friends. Kindred spirits in many ways.
I
also
cannot.
cannot call my audience what I sometimes want to.
I cannot refer to Your Honor as a cocksucker, which I
I-
don't
I-
want to.
I
But-
understand that's frowned upon.
Very much so. I would go to jail.
Lawyer,
You know-
yeah.
Lisa, I did have an elementary school teacher call me a quote little rat. So maybe you could get away with something like that.
What does that
God.
mean? What did that teacher mean by that?
She was okay, so I never got along with her. She's actually maybe the only teacher I have not gotten along with ever in my entire life. And she got brought into my 5th grade class the day before school started because my teacher died over the summer.
Oh
And it was her
Shit.
first year teaching, and she did lattice wrong on the board. And if you don't know what lattice is a form of multiplication. Like, it's just a type of multiplication that they teach elementary school
Who
students.
the hell knows that word? Why do you're not a math major. Why do you know that word?
Because we did lattice. That's how I learned how to multiply. I can't even do normal multiplication. I can only do lattice multiplication.
What's the difference?
Can you explain what lattice is?
So
Hang on, to Google I go.
You put the numbers basically on a grid and then you multiply. So it's used for double digit numbers.
Oh, that
or
hideous.
triple digit. Yeah. So you put the numbers in a grid, you multiply all the individual numbers, and then you add them together, and then that you get your number. It is some crap shit, but
Common Core math.
Lisa.
This is what people think of when they think of Common Core math. They think of this shit.
No, but she did her
because there's
lattice
nothing wrong
wrong
with Common Core in general, but this is funny.
She did her lattice wrong. Well, in 5th grade at my school district, you were technically supposed to learn normal multiplication, but this teacher was not very good. So we did not learn normal multiplication my 5th grade year. I knew it for like 10 minutes and then we practiced it once and never did it again. So I did not retain it.
This is for the
God,
YouTube
this
audience.
makes my
I have to
head
share
hurt.
this with the YouTube audience.
Yeah.
This is what Bear is talking about.
This is ridiculous.
Which is making my head fucking explode looking at this.
So, Bear, do me a favor.
Yeah.
The top row, fourth from the left, so it's 342 times 57. Please talk me through what I'm looking at.
Okay. So, sorry, audio listeners, because this is going to suck. So, you have your grid. You do 2 times 5 equals 10. 4 times 5 equals 20. 3 times 5 equals 15.
I see
then
it.
you do the second row. 3 times 7 equals 21. 4 times 7 is 28. 2 times 7 is 14. Then you add all those up diagonally within the lines, and that's how you get 342 times 57 equals 19,494.
Oh, wow.
Jesus
fucking Christ.
Okay, so for the audio people, hang on,
I don't
have to
understand
do this because I do understand. It makes sense. Now that I had to see how it got to this point. So for the audio listeners, you have a 3-digit number times a 2-digit number. And what that means is you create 3 columns, one for each of the numbers. So 342 is across the top, and there are 3 columns. On the right side, because we would typically put it on the left, on the right side, you put the other number, 57. So if it were a 3-digit by a 3-digit, it would be 3 columns, 3 rows. This is 342 across the top, 3 columns, 57 down, so 2 rows. And then what you have is you work from right to left. This is why this is fucked up, because Western reading, you go left to right. This, you're going right to left. So you do the diagonal thing. So the top row would be 2 times 5 is the 10, the 20, the 15, like Bear says, and then the 2 by the 7. And then the numbers you do on the left gives you the ultimate number. If you draw this out and look at it, it will make some sense to you. That's some fucked up shit. I've never seen this before.
Yeah, this is... If I had to learn this in school, I would probably quit and just be a hobo.
Frankly, if I learned this in school, I'd be better at math.
Me too.
Because I was always carrying the 1 and the this and the that, and I had a very hard time keeping this in my head.
No.
Yeah, so I'm a huge supporter of Common Core because it does teach like math skills. Jason, shut up. You didn't go to college.
It teaches the concepts.
It teaches the concepts really well, and it teaches like more complex math skills that are useful later. So like people my generation are better at like harder math than most adults because you're not just learning, oh, this is how you multiply. You're learning this is why and how multiplication works. And
you're not just memorizing like rote memorization that we had to. You're taking those very early elementary basic concepts of like adding 2 numbers together, and you're structuring your math on that, which I think is really good. This would help people who struggle with math and then end up with that kind of math phobia as they get into like the upper grades. Yeah. That's really interesting. And I know, I'm sorry, this started with you correcting a teacher from doing lattice math, and I just needed to understand what the fuck lattice math was.
No, I didn't know what it was either. Yeah.
Completely derailed this conversation, but thank you for teaching us to me because this is cool.
But anyway,
I show this to my calculus kids tomorrow. I do not teach math, but some of my students take calc, and I'm going to be like, do you guys know this? This is cool. Anyway, go ahead.
But this teacher, Mrs. Brainerd, I will drop her name. She literally, I corrected her. I was like, hey, Miss Brainerd, like not me. And I asked other people in the class after, I was like, did I say that mean? And they were all like, no, that was crazy. But I was like, hey, you did 8 times 8 equals like something else when it should be 64, or like you didn't add 6 and 4, something like that.
Yeah.
And she went, I know how to do math, you little rat. And then like had to look at the board and then had to like correct herself because she realized that I was right.
Was she in her first 5 years teaching?
It was her first year teaching, and she was hired the day before the school year started. Because again,
somebody
our
who was
teacher
very
died.
insecure. This was somebody who was insecure and didn't know what they were doing, because I questioned somebody in their first couple of years, and she dragged me into the hallway and like laid into me for questioning her teaching techniques. Because, well, so the thing was, our homework was to outline the chapter. And I was a nerdy kid, and my mother was a teacher. My father was a principal. There was no chance that this outline wasn't going to be fucking detailed as hell. So I did the whole thing, and then we'd go into school the next day, and her in-class activity was she would lecture and outline the chapter, and we had to write it all down. And so I said, well, why do I have to do it? Why do we do it for homework if when we come in the next day, you do it for us and you talk us through it? And she thought that was me questioning her teaching, which frankly it was. But I also wanted to know why, why am I doing it twice? Like, it wasn't me being rude. I would never have been rude in like 10th grade. Not to mention she copied shit out of the board wrong. That wasn't what I was bringing up. But knowing what I know now, as far as I am into this career, you had somebody who was in her very first few years. This was for someone who was in their very first few years for me. Somebody who didn't know, like, was petrified, frankly, that the kids were smarter than her. Well, what I think it was.
She also got really kind of screwed over because our school was trying to do a fun, quirky thing that a lot of schools did in like 2010-ish, where they take your absolute highest performing students, and you put them in the same class as your absolute lowest performing students. And you sit them in like a checkerboard
grouping.
And you put them in like a little checkerboard pattern. And so the smart kids can help the like, dumb I don't want to say like, dumb obviously
kids. I'll say dumb kids. I
don't believe that. I don't believe that.
The idea is that the upper ability kids will do this, and usually what happens is this.
Yeah.
So this comes down, this kind of comes up. Yeah.
But I'm sure I was frustrated as a student. I'm sure as a teacher that had to be immensely frustrating, especially because like she had to balance with like, I remember we had clip up and down charts. And since all of you are older, basically everyone starts the day on neutral. And then you all have little clothespins with your name on them. And so you can either clip down, and there's like 2 other layers that are like having a rough day or like having a bad day. And if it's bad day, your like mom gets called. Or you can clip up, and if there's like 2 layers to clip up to, and one is like having a good day and having a great day, which is like your parent gets called about you having a good day. And I remember being so mad because I cleaned reorganized her entire bookshelf. So it was like in alphabetical order, like Dewey Decimal System. And then she didn't have me clip up or anything. But then some other kid who was like a fucking dickhead in elementary school picked up a piece of trash that he threw on the floor and then like threw a fit about picking up. And she's like, you can clip up. And now as an adult, I see why that happened.
Yes.
But as a child,
it's awful.
I was like, I'm gonna kill someone.
Yes, I know exactly what you're talking about. Yup, that's a thing.
I had never clipped down in my life until I had her as a teacher.
Which is why she wasn't watching you. She knew she didn't have to.
I know, but oh my god.
Yep, that's what that is.
So angry.
I think this is some kind of record for the longest it has taken for me to get to the ad.
Nobody gives a shit about the ads. We're more interesting.
Yeah.
Everything we do here at Rabbit Hole Podcast is sponsored by Audible. You can go to audibletry.com/rabbitholepods and try it absolutely free for 30 days. You can download any audiobook, original show, or podcast that you want. I'm sure there's books about all this stuff that they were talking about. I kind of phased out during the middle of it. So go to audibletrial.com/rabbitholepod. I really didn't. I'm joking. Audibletrial.com/rabbitholepod. You get to try it absolutely free for 30 days. After 30 days is up, you only pay $14.99 a month to get to try it out. And if you get rid of it for whatever reason, you get to keep whatever you download. So risk free. audibletrial.com/rabbitholepods. And no, I am not mad about that. Also,
William Shatner, everybody. Dramatic pauses in the Audible ads.
I'm trying out for the new Star Trek show. That was my demo reel. I'm gonna send that out to Paramount and see what they say.
As you should.
Hey, speaking of Paramount, they make movies, and if you go to the movies, you should download
Run P.
Yes, Run P. It is an app you download absolutely free of charge. And what the app does, you go to see a movie. Lisa, what's coming out this weekend? Nothing you're seeing.
Stand by. I was muted because I was trying to not be a jerk. I was trying to behave a little bit more.
What?
If something is coming out this weekend, I don't know what it is.
What did you see last weekend?
So last week was Out of Darkness.
I don't even know what that is.
Okay, so next week is a horror movie called Stop Motion.
I don't even know what that is either. Okay, well, anyway, any of those movies that Lisa just mentioned, you can go type that into the app, and the app is going to tell you when is a good time to go use the bathroom or go get a refill.
So the new Bob Marley movie is out.
I know that one. Okay.
You know what's tomorrow? Madam Web is out tomorrow.
I thought that came out already. I think that came out on Wednesday.
Oh, yeah, they both came out Wednesday. So
there you go. Go see Madam
I
Web.
wanted to see this weekend.
Go see Madam Web. So go see Madam Web and go check that out because
there's nothing during or after the credits. See, Run P told me so. Can Marvel do that? Do they know how to do that?
It's technically Sony. It's technically Sony.
Oh, that's why. Okay.
But
see, Run P told me that, so I know that
if
I have to pee at the end of the movie, I don't have to sit around and wait for the extra credits.
They are an awesome resource. We've met the designers of the app, cool people.
There is a scene in the Bob Marley movie.
Ooh. Does he shoot the sheriff?
I don't know.
Does he join the MCU? Does like Tony or Nick Fury like roll up and
Bob Marley, we need you for the MCU right now. Anyway, yeah, that's what Run P does. Please go get that app. It is absolutely free to download. It's an awesome app. We use it here at Rabbit Hole Podcasts. I've
been using that app way before Rabbit Hole Podcast even existed. That's how
back in 1894.
Yes.
So that is it. All right.
Thanks everybody for listening. We've really enjoyed your patronage.
And that brings us to the end of the show. All right, Brenda, it was awesome having you on today.
I love it. Speechless.
I made Brenda speechless. I can never do that. That's amazing.
It's probably not you then. It's probably
when
me.
are we talking about baseball?
Now that we can talk about. What are pitchers and catchers next week, right?
Well,
today was the well,
I was on a field trip today, so I got completely off the bar today.
A lot of them they started trickling in, I think actually last Friday with the Mets and the Dodgers, but a lot of that's just show. But today was the last day, so all of them are now reported. Some of the Blue Jays are also already in Dunedin, so
I've had my monthly fill of baseball talk. I can only put up with baseball talk once a month.
Dude, you're about to get the onslaught. It's coming up, my friend.
Up, Jason.
No,
dude. I am passionate about baseball only because
this whole thing has my name on it.
Shush. Nobody cares.
This whole thing has my name on it. So
and
the adults are talking.
So and I have control of the mute button. I just want to stress that as well. So over at FBI's Most Unwanted, I have graciously given Brenda a baseball segment.
I was going to say, what, you graciously allowed Brenda to talk? I was about to, attack you.
No, I can't stop Brenda from talking. That's just something
Right.
she just does.
She's just
Nobody,
being polite right
but like
now.
nobody can stop. Like it's not just me. Like nobody. I've known
right.
Brenda, and I've known Brenda for a very long time. Like at
My
least
apologies, Brenda.
Oh, so you're calling her old? That's
Mid-
fucked up, Jason.
mid 2000s. I've met Brenda, and it was through MySpace. That's how old. how
I
old.
love that. Amazing.
Well, that's okay.
Yeah,
I've
she's
met.
in your top 8.
Life mutual friends. So.
She was in my top 8, actually. Believe it or not.
Aw,
Um,
love.
But no, here's even older. I have friends that I've met through LiveJournal.
Yeah.
Stop, not live journal. I
Remember-
used it for fan fiction.
Wait, Friendster.
Yeah.
You on?
I was never on
Friendster.
Friendster. I was never on Friendster.
You loser.
I had
If
MySpace, and then I went to
Friendster.
Facebook.
If you all want to feel
Dude.
really old, MySpace was
Don't
out
talk.
of
Your
vogue.
presence makes me old.
By
What?
by the time I was old enough to use social media, I started using Instagram in like 4th grade, and at that point, MySpace was already like out.
Thank you.
And there's Brenda withering to dust. Don't worry, I'm right behind you. So. No, yeah, we met on MySpace through a mutual friend of ours, Adam.
Nice.
And I don't know what connected us though. That's the weird like what we started talking about. I don't remember that part. We're just like, yeah, we're friends on MySpace, and then empty blank space, and then suddenly we're friends. So it's like that scene from The Simpsons where they show Homer going out to drink, and it's like that old-timey movie, and he's like, oh, I'm gonna go wet my whistle, and then it says scene missing, and then he's dancing in the field. That's basically me and Brenda's friendship.
I love it.
Is us just dancing in the field, and then another empty space, and then next thing you know, we're watching Phyllis Diller horror movies together.
I love it. I love it.
Are you okay, Brenda? You have not said anything. You okay? I need to check on you.
It's coming.
He's taking it in.
No, but that's the thing. I can never stop her from talking. She usually talks over me like you two do. So
Well,
that's why when I proposed this episode, I am prepared for the annoyance that
Has
would
already
normally
occurred.
occur. Yes.
Well,
I mean, we've already done that.
can we talk about baseball or no?
I
I'd be
ate
thrilled to.
so
I
many.
vote baseball.
I ate so many Girl Scout cookies. You have
Okay,
no
what
idea.
no, wait, but what type of Girl Scout cookies?
Thin Mints. Those are the only kind I'll eat.
Okay.
That's kind of, yeah.
Okay, I
You know what
agree
I
that
want though? I want a chocodile. Can someone get me a chocodile?
What's a chocodile?
It is like a chocolate Twinkie.
Ooh,
Hello.
I'm kind of into that.
See, here's the thing. I am a freak of nature, and Girl Scout cookies have no power over me.
Oh.
They
That
just
is
they
really
don't
weird.
interest me. I know. My brother and me, there's something wrong with us.
okay,
Outside of what everyone already knows.
Adventurefuls. Holy shit.
What's an adventure?
Well, yeah,
These
what
are
is
not
that?
the old words.
They're like brownie cookies with
Ooh.
caramel on top,
Ooh.
and then they have sea salt.
Oh, that sounds good.
Salted
It's-
caramel type. Okay.
It's so good.
But why
my
would I
dad-
eat that instead of like a caramello bar?
Also, the s'mores ones, like the Girl Scout s'mores, are good. I like Thin Mints are obviously great. My dad and I both like Samoas a lot,
I
but
can't
they
eat-
kind
I
of
don't-
they
I don't
changed
like the
the
coconut.
recipe.
No.
Oh, I love coconut.
Yeah,
Coconut.
I'm not a fan of coconut either.
I like I do actually like the lemonades and the lemon ups. They're not my favorite, but I like lemon.
Okay.
Mm.
Lemon.
But I was a Boy Scout,
Oh,
and I don't know if
stop
you
that.
guys
Lemon,
know
no.
this, but the
That's
Boy
feeling that.
Scouts.
No. Oh.
Sorry.
What just happened?
I
What?
just attacked Brenda with you two in a single word.
Real.
Lemon.
Oh my god.
Okay, yeah.
Boy
Yes.
Scouts have the worst popcorn ever.
Sorry. What?
Boy Scouts have bad popcorn.
Oh, the cans. The big ass cans of
Those
popcorn,
are
right?
gross.
Yeah.
Who
the
No, I agree 100%. Those are terrible.
One time, the Girl Scouts sat up next to us, and we just left. We were like, we can't fucking compete. They were like, oh my gosh, hey guys. We were like, bye. Have a good day.
Have
Have fun making $2,000 worth of sales in 15 minutes, you assholes.
Yep. Here comes the crack.
But the Boy Scout popcorn, it's like old. Like it's like expired.
No,
it's been sitting there around because nobody wants it, and so they sell the old versions first.
But
there's
what's
a
crazy
reason
is
why Girl Scouts are more popular.
I think Boy Scouts might have higher enrollment than Girl Scouts. So you would think they might take the time to put their money towards, because like if you get your Eagle Scout, if you join the military with an Eagle Scout, you automatically jump like 2 ranks.
Yeah, that's why.
And you become a sniper? Holy shit, that's amazing.
Yeah, they're like, man, this kid was a nerd in high school. Give
him a gun. Yeah, there you go. No, I think
that's frightening. That whole concept, like,
Well, the idea is that you've already learned all like the basic skills.
But no, you haven't.
And no, you haven't.
I think there's a reason why Girl Scouts is more popular than Boy Scouts. Because I hear way more about Girl Scouts. Wait, I take it back. I hear more good things about Girl Scouts and more bad things about Boy Scouts.
I prefer the Boy Scouts because the Boy Scouts are no longer the Boy Scouts. They are now just the Scouts, and anyone of any gender can join.
Correct.
Which is super based. But Girl Scouts still like cling on to like, we have to have God in our stuff and only girls. Only women.
Some of the Scouts has that too, though. Some Scouts programs they still have some connection to some sort of church or something nearby. Like it's not.
Oh yeah, my local.
It's not compulsory. It's just sort of there. No.
Oh yeah, the God stuff is everywhere in Boy Scouts.
I can't even talk.
Like you can't even stop drinking and then not have God involved. It's like weird.
We talk about the sex doll then. The sex haunted doll. I mean,
we've already talked about that. I mean, that's why it didn't catch my attention. Oh yeah, Jason and his green screen.
I bet a Boy Scout bought that doll.
That's how they lost their virginity. Is they bought this first time sexual spirit pleasure passion erotic haunted doll. We are doing a callback to episode 100, everybody, in case you want to reference, go back to that.
Did you get mad about episode 100 though?
I did because my audio fucking sucked and nobody told me that my audio fucking sucked.
It didn't suck to us.
Until I listened to it back.
And
then I was talking like this is what I sounded like the entire time.
Are you sure that wasn't one of your Trump impressions?
So, Jason, the reason it didn't suck on Zoom is because Zoom does automatic mic correction. The problem is that when you record, it picks up your, like, just raw mic audio, and that's why in every episode of whatever, we can hear you breathing heavily. And so, like, to everyone else, it sounded fine because Zoom auto-corrected, but in the recording, it still had your, like, shitty quality, and that's why it, like... But didn't come through.
Bear, sugarcoat, Bear.
The Twitch stream was like that too.
What? Oh,
I don't know what to tell you. I wasn't listening through the Twitch stream.
Well, there were people who were listening in on the Twitch stream.
And so they were probably
I'm just mad at everybody.
I'm mad at them.
I'm just mad at everybody.
Okay.
But regardless.
So what do you want to revisit?
Regardless. Well, no, because Brenda brought it up, so we'll
because you also subtly made it your fucking background.
I don't care about your shitty audio. I want to talk about the haunted sex doll.
I'm trying to get there.
You brought the three of us together. I have no sympathy for you.
For audio listeners, Jason made his Zoom green screen background Sabrina the Haunted Sex Doll.
That was in episode 100.
We'll wait while you go Google this.
When we were... I don't think it's even available anymore.
No, I looked it up.
Yeah, you already bought it, didn't you? You're about to show it to us.
Yeah.
No, it's actually on your way. It's on the way to your house, Lisa. It's on its way.
Good.
You're going to get a mysterious package on your doorstep. You're going to open it up, and that is what you're going to see right there. That's those eyes. Those eyes are going to be...
I'm going to buy her just so I can take her to therapy and get her some, like...
Those eyes.
Like, obviously she has some intimacy issues.
Just as I was doing...
This is what
is so worth seeing.
This is what Lisa's gonna see. Audio listeners, you need to just go to YouTube. I'm sorry, but
that was so worth it in the same moment. Yes.
But
no, I'm gonna take her to therapy and I'm gonna get her some help because obviously she has really distorted views on sex and like what her body is worth. If she, like, it's okay to not have sex, and I don't think she understands that.
So, are you saying, Bear, that if you were to die and you had the choice of going to the afterlife or be put into a sex doll, you would choose the afterlife?
Yes, actually. Yeah, like pretty easily, actually.
Yeah,
I think
it's not a real difficult choice at all.
Listen, I know hell isn't really a concept in Judaism, but if there was like hell, I think it would be
you get to go to
Sabrina.
You either go to hell, like whoever the Jewish version of death is, tells you a choice of.
So are you suggesting the Jewish version of death is hell automatically?
Is either you go to hell, burn for all of eternity, or we'll put you into this little doll that could be used for nefarious reasons. What would you choose?
There also isn't a burn for all eternity option in Judaism. That's not a thing. You basically go through a dishwasher, and if you're not like cleansed enough by the end of the dishwashing cycle, then your soul just dies.
Oh my God. I learned in second grade, like catechism. This is so funny you bring this up, that like your soul is a white sheet. So I was brought up Catholic in case of it. So your soul is like a white sheet, right? And every time you sin, it's you throwing a piece of mud, like a handful of mud at your sheet. And so there's heaven, there's hell. But purgatory is if you die and you haven't cleaned your sheet. Purgatory is like a big old laundromat. And you go and you hang out there and you wash your sheet until all the sins come up. So what you just said about Jewish people being put in the dishwasher aligns so cleanly, pun very much intended, with this whole thing about the laundromat in purgatory. I love that so much. I am bringing that up when I teach Hamlet because I have to teach them about this whole thing when, Hamlet might get the chance to kill his uncle and all that other shit.
I also was brought up Catholic and was also taught the sheet metaphor.
Oh my God, I love that so much. That's probably the only thing I remember. My mother.
The only thing I learned when I was in Catholic school was I learned two things.
That you're gay?
Not to be left-handed?
One, that condoms don't work because they have the same consistency as a t-shirt. And if you put your head through your t-shirt, you see little holes and you can see things. And so sperm can get through these little holes and you can still get someone pregnant. I promise you.
Hold the t-shirt
I promise. I learned that in Catholic school, 9th grade, freshman year.
Did they make all of the 9th graders lift their t-shirt up and look through it?
They said, everyone do this. That is what a condom looks like. And sperm just needs to get through one of the holes. And then that's how someone can get pregnant. 2.
So you might as well just not use a condom.
What about a sock?
They didn't say anything about socks.
Okay.
Ironically, they did not go to the sock metaphor.
That's why socks.
Maybe because that hit too close to home for all of us that was in the 9th grade.
The socks are in pairs because you put one on the doorknob and the other on your
dick.
Therefore, yes.
I'll say it for Lisa.
Sorry, Brenda. I'm the prude of the network, so.
Lisa will not say certain sex words for some reason.
Which is dumb because I'll swear like a sailor, but I can't help it.
Which is going to make the last half of the show, well, not this show, never mind, which will make the Patreon exclusive very interesting. Second thing I learned is that every time you have anal sex, whether you're a girl or a guy, you are ripping your sphincter and you are causing internal bleeding. So don't do it.
So you did find out you were gay. Holy shit.
God. Wow.
Those are the two things.
Don't listen.
Those are the two things that I learned at Catholic school.
Were you taught by a clergy member? Or was it a layperson?
It was a nun who taught us all.
That's a clergy person, technically.
I'm sorry. I thought you said... Okay, no. I missed her. In my mind, I was thinking priest. I'm sorry. You're right.
Should be.
Clergy person. But anyway, the only other thing that I learned when I was at that Catholic school was that we had a lot of pregnant girls.
Well, yeah, because at that point, why use a condom? You might as well just go without.
We had a lot. I mean,
see, that's
a
why
lot.
then they fucked themselves over, no pun intended,
Literally.
because they were told not to do anal. And
Right.
so that was
Yeah.
always the alternative.
Now, I never got to hear their argument about like oral stuff. We didn't get to that chapter of the
Need
weird
them to
book.
discuss. I need them to discuss soaking.
Yes, soaking. Did you learn about soaking?
What's soaking?
Yeah, you
It's
have to-
please let me. Oh my god.
Sorry.
So
I actually authentically don't know this.
this is like
boy.
a more Mormon phenomenon, but basically what you do is you can't, the motion, right, is
Yeah.
the sinful thing theoretically. So what you do is you like put it in, and then you get a friend to like jump on the bed or like jostle the bed, so you like rock back and forth.
Ever heard
What?
of this before. Oh, good. Jason hasn't either. Good.
No, I've never heard this
I've
either.
never heard of this.
You've never
What
heard
the
this?
fuck?
Why
No.
is it called
Yeah.
soaking?
Because
Like,
you,
'cause you
you
Think about
soak
it.
in
Like,
it.
Lisa, think about it. Think
But
about it.
then why the movement? I thought you were just going to tell me that one goes in and you both just lie there.
Well, that's how it
That's
started.
almost what it is.
No,
That's almost what
that's-
it's like.
That's how it started. The OG soaking was you just sit there inside of each other and just like hang out.
And eat cornflakes.
I guess like do really good Kegels before it or something.
Oh
I don't know.
my god.
Then it changed because someone realized, dude, I'm not doing the fucking. My friend is just like jumping on the bed.
But then you had to pull in an extra person. Like, that's gross.
You would
well,
think that would be more. Well, it's more.
That would be
They're already cool
embarrassing,
with
don't you think?
polygamy.
Yeah.
And that
I guess
person
not, like,
doing
you're
it
not-
is the priest
No.
jumping on the bed.
No, Mormons don't have priests. You
They're
gotta.
priests.
You need to be more religiously knowledgeable, Jason.
You need to watch more cult videos on YouTube.
Yes,
I
ma'am.
don't even
Yes,
know any
ma'am.
Mormons actually.
What?
I know a Mormon. One of
I
my
don't know.
best
I
friends is a
seriously, I
Mormon.
don't know any. If anyone I know is a Mormon, they've never told me.
Okay, I have to tell you my Mormon story because this is my first and real only interaction with a group of Mormons. When I was in law school, I lived in these apartments, and my last year of law school, it's a very stressful time because you need to find a job, you got the bar coming up and all this shit. So, the people who moved in beneath me had a lot of really crazy parties, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on down there? And so I'm trying to study for finals, and they're making so much noise. Like, I have the headphones on and I still can hear them. I go downstairs, and I know they're Mormons because I've seen them out doing their Mormon shit. And the guy
What does that
opens
look
the
like
door.
exactly?
What? The Mormon shit? Oh.
What's the Mormon shits? Or the
No,
Mormon
they like
shit?
they're like, wearing their like
Little
The-
white
the-
outfits
the
and their
shirts and the
Oh, got it,
ties and
got
the
it, got it,
bikes.
got it.
and they're riding the bikes, right? So I know they're Mormons. They don't drive, they have bikes. And I go down and I bang on the door and I'm pissed off and it's hot as fuck because it's almost like summer, and I'm like, no, I'm wearing like a tank top and shorts, and the guy opens the door and he is naked and they're having a sex party. There's like, and I'm like, okay, I'm like, hey, like I'm trying to
I'm here
study.
for the sex
Did
party.
he invite you in? Yeah, I mean, really.
And he's like, oh, sorry, ma'am, we'll keep it down. And I'm like, okay. So I go back upstairs, and they do, to their credit, they're much quieter. The next morning, I go out onto my little balcony area, and I'm gonna have a cigarette because I smoked like a chimney. And there are clothes all over the fucking courtyard from those Mormons. They had an outdoor sex romp after.
This is amazing.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So,
This is fucking awesome.
Who knew?
and then I went to this place called Nauvoo, which is in Illinois, and I saw Joseph Smith's grave.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Did you desecrate it?
And I did not. I took a picture of it.
No, I would have desecrated the fuck out of that.
Oh. Don't desecrate anybody's
That's
grave.
my
That's
Mormon
just mean.
story, and I have watched so many videos. Mormon propaganda videos are awesome, by the way.
They
cartoon-
are. I love Mormon propaganda
not-
videos.
I'm not saying I never met a
That's-
Mormon. I'm just
That's
saying
not
I
a
don't
category I remember it. Blockbuster.
personally know a Mormon. That's what I
YouTube
was saying.
has so well. I mean, I have stolen many books of Mormon from various Marriott hotels as well. I have tons of them.
oh my gosh, me too.
I'm still waiting for somebody to put Dianetics in my little free library so I can read it.
Oh, that would be awesome.
Right?
I did come across a copy at a Goodwill once. And I
What?
almost
I'm
bought
not
it
paying
for
money
the.
for that.
Well, it was like $1. I almost did it for the giggles, but then I didn't want a lot of people, like, they're watching everywhere. I didn't want them to see that and then come attack me, and then
They would have shown up at your door.
and then they would have put the little things on my head, and then had the little buzzers, and
help you go clear.
I didn't want to have to do all that and start praising Xenu and.
What's the Jehovah's Witness pamphlet?
Oh, the
Watchtower?
Watchtower, thank you.
Ooh, yes.
I was a TA for a bio class in high school, like a biology class. And there was a Jehovah's Witness student who would leave copies of Watchtower in the back of the class. And finally, we went up to him. She sent me after him, too. She was like, can you go talk to him about this is, like, annoying? And I went up to him and was
also
like...
inappropriate.
I was like, hey, man, are you leaving the Watchtower? Like, I know... I didn't even say. I said... I was like, I know you're leaving them. You need to stop. It's kind of weird, and it's freaking people out.
They have to know, did it have Kenny Loggins' Jesus on the front of it? Because they're...
I looked it up once, and I found, like, the exact, like, Watchtower, like, magazine. But it was fucking crazy. And he went, that's not me. And I was like, who is it then? You're the only Jehovah's Witness in this whole school.
Yeah, who the fuck else would it have been?
Who is it?
I'm
And he
imagining
was like,
the Shaggy song. It wasn't me.
and he legitimately,
God.
he looked at me and was like, I guess it's just something higher than we can understand.
Oh, Jesus fucking
And I was
Christ.
I'm going to jump you in the
You should have just
stairwell.
killed that guy. Just fucking killed that guy for me. Bear, you and I have a story. Something similar happened.
Yes, we do.
Like back like last year sometime or whenever, when we were making the website together.
Mhm.
And you were over at my house, so we were kind of planning like the website, and I ordered lunch for us from DoorDash.
Yes.
And it got here, and then I'm like, oh, let's just break for lunch. We'll go watch like YouTube or something in the living room. So we go in the living room. I have the bag of whatever, like it was Chipotle or something. And I opened the bag, and it was like a religious pamphlet was like on top of the food. And I don't remember, it wasn't a Watchtower, but it was similar. It was kind of like that. Yeah. It was just this weird religious, like blue pamphlet thing it was like Jesus really big on the front. And it was this whole like 2-page pamphlet about he's coming, you better watch out, and if you wanna prepare for his coming, go to this place and blah blah blah. And I'm like looking at this, and Bear's
Did you
like,
go?
and I'm like, no, Bear was looking because I'm just like puzzled at this bag, and they're like, did they mess up the order? And I was like, no, there's Jesus in here.
Well, and we reordered it through my DoorDash.
Oh, was it your door? Okay, I couldn't remember that part.
Because I remember what I wrote
oh
I wrote a
yeah,
report about it to
that's
DoorDash.
right. Yeah,
and
yeah,
in the
yeah.
report I said I'm Jewish, and they gave me back like all of our money.
Yeah. I remember that. That's right.
Amazing.
Yeah, I was like, this is so fucking weird. And then I have a similar story. This happened to just me. I was I take lifts home because I don't drive. And one of these nights, one night, I was in a lift, and the guy dropped me off at my house, and he suddenly just like, I go, okay, have a good night, and then he just turns with this pamphlet, and I look at it, and it's literally like Jesus on the cross, and I go, no, thank you. And he goes to the YouTube or the listeners. I'm just like motioning with my hand, like he's very persistent in me taking this thing, and I'm like, no, man, I'm good. And then I just like get the fuck out of that car because now I'm waiting for him to like fucking pull a gun on me.
Oh my God.
Like, it was fucking wild.
There are some crazy ass people in the world.
Fucking religious people, I swear.
Want
Hey,
to save
I'm
your
re-
soul.
I'm religious people.
You're not that religious. You're not
I'm-
religious to the point where you're gonna stuff a Jesus pamphlet in some
No.
Chipotle.
Well,
The
no,
problem
because
isn't
they
people
believe that he
being
is
religious.
They believe that the dude's still coming.
Yeah, that's fair.
We'll be here any minute now.
The guy who's
Hey, I'm
already
still
come
waiting
is
for
not
my
the one.
dude.
I can't. There's a temple near me. Brenda will love this. There's a temple near me that has Christmas decorations all over their lawn, all over the place, all in the trees and whatever. And on the side of the temple in like Christmas lights, it says, "We're still waiting." That is the greatest fucking troll. It's so funny to me. It makes me laugh every year when I drive by
That's
it.
amazing.
See, no,
With
the
the
problem isn't
Christmas
religious
decorations.
people. I'm the president of religious advocacy and diversity on my college campus. I
Oh,
deal with
God,
religious
you're
people
so
all day.
nerdy. Just stop.
But the problem isn't religious people, it's religious weirdos. Like people who want to make it other people's problem.
Like
Or
people who are the
people
lead
who
of
don't have
various groups and college campuses. Sorry.
they also don't have like anything to do, but like they don't have any hobbies. Usually it's very sheltered people who don't have anything to do but their religion, or they were saved in some way, like a drug addict who found Jesus and stopped doing
yeah.
drugs.
Yeah.
Those people are also like that because in their mind, they're like, well, Jesus saved me. He'll save everyone.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, I will
It's
say this, like NAAA with the religious component, it doesn't work for everyone, but it does work for some people. And
Yeah.
anyone trying to get sober, whatever works, right?
Do the thing.
But
Yep.
stop telling me about Jesus. Like your
Yeah.
Jesus,
Yeah.
is your Jesus, and you can have your Jesus. I can have my Jesus. I don't want to hear about your Jesus. I keep my Jesus to myself.
That's the thing. Like, if somebody wants to know about it, great. If
Google it.
it's your personal thing, that's fantastic. But don't try and convince somebody that their beliefs are wrong.
Yes.
Like, that's
right.
just, unless they're harmful beliefs, you know, like,
Right.
unless somebody is out there saying, I believe this axe will look really good between your eyes. That's somebody you should try and convince that their beliefs are wrong. But
Correct.
you're right. Like, somebody who's just, no, don't push yourself on people. If somebody comes to you and asks questions, great. That's why you need the various groups. That's why you
Yeah.
need the various people. Like with the pamphlets, you have the pamphlets, great, but you don't need to push it on somebody.
You can keep it handy, and if someone asks, whip it out.
Yo, please do.
I had a friend who went to AA and he was convinced that all of his friends dropped him while he was in AA because like he was like, oh, it's because you don't want to see me succeed. But it was actually because he got like super evangelical, like Christian, and was starting to be
Yowza.
like, Jesus is the only way. If you don't support Jesus, don't support me. And it was like, okay.
Jesus is God and God is Jesus.
I mean, I can imagine I have not been in that kind of situation, so I can't speak to it. But, you know, people who finally find something that works for you, no matter what it is, it's a diet, it's a, you know, a kind of stretch. I gave up dairy. I've become one of those people. Like, it's just like, you kind of want to
monster.
share good. I know. Well, no, because I'll tell people, like, they have sinus infections. I'll go, you know what really worked for me? Giving up dairy. You really should give up dairy. But I mean, like, I can understand people trying to help.
Do you have a whole pamphlet made about
Yeah,
giving up dairy?
I'm working on it right now. That's what I'm looking at over here on my other screen.
Okay.
I
Look forward
can
to
see
that.
like people trying to help each other. So sometimes their heart's in the right place. I don't know. I like to see the good.
No, I do too.
Same.
I was the last like holdout in the friend group with him. And finally he was like, man, you know, you shouldn't be Jewish. And I was like, yeah, I gotta go, man.
Okay, bye.
You know, Jews did 9/11, so you probably shouldn't be associated with those people. All right.
I'm gonna clip that and post that on Twitter with no context.
No context.
maybe-
whatever, Jason Soto.
Maybe I'll do it myself.
Can you put Dick Hound in there somewhere too? Just-
I will.
Yeah.
I will clip what you just said, and I will attach that to the end.
Thank you.
That is what I'm going to do.
Dick Hound,
Anyway,
yes.
this was a very awesome discussion about religion that we've never really done on whatever. But with that said, we need to get
I
to
bring the
my.
God into this, so you know.
We need
I
to
want
get
to talk
to.
about baseball, and here we end up talking about Mormons and Jews, and
This is
And
what
AA.
happens here.
Baseball talk is only on the FBI's Most Unwanted.
No.
With that said, it's time for the mixtape. Brenda,
Yes.
you are our guest. You get to go
Damn.
first.
Okay.
What song would you like to present onto the mixtape?
A little
tonight?
ditty called "Take Me Out to the Ball Game."
But that was my second choice. So the song I picked, and I was given some vague parameters because whatever, you know. It's a song by the band Blue Oyster Cult, which was shot.
Okay. Yeah.
I am so
Nice.
shocked. I am so shocked. You have no
I
idea.
love Blue Oyster Cult.
The song I have seen them many times. I actually saw them 3 times last year. They are still 1,000 years old and still kicking.
Amazing.
But the song is called "In Thee." It is
Real.
1979 album Mirrors, and it is I don't know. Do you want me to talk about the song or why I like
Just
it?
for a couple minutes. Just for a couple. Yeah, by all means.
Okay.
Why do you like it? What is it about it you like? Yeah.
Well, it is probably, I think, one of the greatest love songs of all time. And that's saying a lot because there's a lot of great love songs.
Yeah, there is.
It is written by the late, great Alan Lanier. He was a founding member, one of the founding members of Blue Oyster Cult. And the group itself, there are various theories about what the song is about and who it's about. But basically, if we're going to boil it down, it's about, I think, a relationship that has fallen apart, and the singer of the song, the protagonist, if you will, is lamenting the loss of his partner. There is some theories that the song was about Alan Lanier's relationship with Patti Smith of Patti Smith fame. She ended up marrying Fred Sonic Smith from the MC5, but dated Alan Lanier before that and was said to have been tired of his constant touring, and that's what ended their relationship, though they remained friends. And Patti Smith wrote a lot of Blue Oyster Cult songs and them.
That's cool.
Yeah. So it's a beautiful song, a lot of great harmonies. I have never seen them play it live. I will be seeing Blue Oyster Cult for it'll be my 5th time seeing them in November. If not sooner, then it would be the 6th time if I saw them before. But I'm really hoping to hear "In Thee" live. It's sung by Buck Dharma. The harmonies are just great on it. There's a recent live version on their 50th anniversary release that just came out a couple months ago, which is excellent. And that's all I got to say about it. It's just a great love song, and it means a lot to me. And I think that if you like 70s rock or just Blue Oyster Cult in general, if you've never heard this song, you would be pleasantly surprised if you went and listened to it.
All right. Awesome. Good job.
Thank you. I'm here all week.
Yes, you are. My pick, I got into a discussion a couple of weeks ago with Carl, who is a writer over at Hersing Around, and I think Lackey too, about the band Fastball, because we had a discussion about whether or not they're a one-hit wonder. And they said they are, and I said no, they're not.
I trust Lackey and Carl.
Because they had 2 other songs that came out after the main hit. So my pick is going to be their second song that came out, which was called Fire Escape. And I think I like this song way more than I like The Way. And I do like The Way. Actually, I did an interesting episode about it over at...
Wait.
No idea what this song is.
I have a question.
Okay.
Are you saying that they released 2 more songs, or that 2 more songs got popular?
2 more songs got popular.
Okay, so
not this one.
I guarantee you it was on MTV. It was on MTV. It was on the radio all the time. Yeah. So I don't know. Maybe you're all just sheltered. I don't know. I saw this video so many times. I don't
know them because I'm not old like you. No one else in here is old.
You know, the band Blue Oyster Cult is way older than Fastball.
Yeah, and they're way cooler too. They have a cooler name. Also, like, everyone knows Blue Oyster Cult.
And everyone knows Fastball. And everyone will know.
No, they don't.
Once the
He's
song
right.
kicks in.
I do know this song.
Thank you, Lisa.
Would I rather listen to Don't Fear the
Anyway.
Reaper or whatever this song is? It's going to be Don't Fear the Reaper. Like, come on.
Any event, that's going to be my song. It's going to be the song Fire Escape by Fastball. And for the record, the third song was called Out of My Head. So
I know that song.
Thank you, Brenda. So we're going to put those on the podcast version. YouTube people, I'm so sorry. You can pause this and go check out those videos. But come back because we're going to see if Lisa, Bear, and Brenda know who's alive. Stay tuned.
Hi, I'm Lisa Leahy, and I'm the host of Pictures and Conversations, a rabbit hole book club. Each month on the 20th, I'm joined by a group of fellow book lovers, and we discuss a book in our typically nerdy fashion.
As we continue to not talk about the book that we're not supposed to talk about.
Anyway, I admittedly too, I'm totally weird about the way I read things. Sometimes I just completely devour books, and I'm usually reading 3 or 4 at the same time. So I just pick up whatever strikes my mood. I have something I read before I go to bed, and I read murder mysteries before bed.
But I liked it good enough. Like, no, does it go super deep into developing these characters? Definitely not. Is it Harry Potter for adults? Absolutely not.
Anyway, you can find Pictures and Conversations, a rabbit hole book club podcast, anywhere you get your podcasts, or on our home website, rabbitholepodcasts.com.
So yeah, and then Jason called me a dickhound, and hi,
damn it, Jason.
Well, I mean, I'm just speaking the truth.
Oh, come on.
All right.
Hey now.
How do you think we met on MySpace? Oh, that is staying in the show. That is staying in.
Amazing.
Yeah, that was
out of my head is now stuck in my head.
My username on MySpace was Brenda Dickhound.
Brenda Dickhound 69420.
That's right.
All right, here we go. All right, we are back. Hey, our Patreon exclusive for this week. Brenda, Lisa, and Bear are going to play, we mentioned it earlier, The Amount is Correct, but a very special version of The Amount is Correct.
I suck at this game.
Go to patreon.com/rabbitholepods for $1. You get to hear and you're going to want to see this. So patreon.com/rabbitholepods. Oh, and I want to say thank you to our Patreon members. We got a bunch of new ones in the past week.
Really?
Seriously.
That's cool.
And so now I'm going to split up the Patreons. So I'm going to thank the $10 tiers here, and then I will thank the rest at the end of the episode.
People give us $10 a month?
I give us $10 a month.
Multiple people give us $10 a month.
You guys are amazing.
So first up is Silent Partner. Thank you so much to Silent Partner. As Bear mentioned, Bear. Thank you so much, Bear. Katie Coons. Thank you so much to Katie. Brenda.
My favorite.
Brenda. Thank you so much to Brenda.
Brenda is also my favorite.
Isabel. Thank you so much to Isabel.
I'm not as fond of Isabel. I'm kidding. I met Isabel. I met Isabel in person, and we had breakfast, and the rest of you are.
Aww. I'm jealous. I love Isabel.
It was so fun.
Tim, thank you so much to Tim. Thank you so much. And the brand new one for the $10 tier is Rose Rodriguez. Thank you so much to Rose.
Rose, best.
$10
Rose is my favorite.
$10 tier. So thank you guys. Patreon.com/rabbitholepods. Okay. Brenda.
Yes.
You co-host a show called Bursting Around.
I do.
On this show, you, Isabel, and Chris discuss celebrities who have passed away, who have died. You guys take a look at basically their whole career. You watch movies, TV shows, blah, blah, blah. Discuss them, their personal lives, and so on. And then at the end of it, you guys play a game that Carl has written called Are You As Brain Dead As They Are? Where not you, to be completely honest, you are cool at this game. You're really you're gonna probably win the trophy.
Wait, let's talk about the trophy.
Okay, the trophy, and I'm gonna be really quick about this because I want to get to this part. There's gonna be a trophy that I'm gonna pay for, I guess. And there's gonna be all this weird shit like dicks and sausages and skeletons and yeah, all this stuff.
That's a podcast title. Sausages and skeletons. That's the title. That's the title of this episode, Jason.
Sausages and skeletons.
Sausages and skeletons. All right, fine.
Write it down, Soto.
Any event. Chris, on the other hand, he's terrible at the game because he keeps guessing alive people when he's trying to guess the celebrity. So I thought what may help, and Bear and Lisa can help in on this too. You guys can work together, but you guys can have separate answers. So just not to make it confusing. We're gonna play a game called Dead or Not Dead.
Okay.
And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hit this play now. A celebrity's gonna come up, and then you three just tell me if this person is dead or not. I went through this already just to make sure it worked, and it's pretty cool. And then when the person is dead, there's a mini game that pops up that you have to guess what year they died.
Oh, I'm not gonna be able to do that.
Now,
See,
the
these are
three
all
of
going to
you,
be people who died before I was alive.
not necessarily.
No, I mean, are they celebrities?
They're
Or is it,
celebrities.
like-
They're okay. There's a couple that I didn't know, but that doesn't mean you guys won't know.
Okay.
That doesn't mean anything. That doesn't
I'm
mean
just
anything.
annoyed because I had to minimize my duck game I've been playing. So
Well, that's what you get
Priorities.
for that's what you get for doing shit while we're podcasting. The
I
other
have
thing,
ADHD. You
the other thing that I
asshole.
was gonna mention, is I have complete trust in the three of you, and so I'm gonna believe in the deepest of my heart that you are not gonna Google anything.
I could do the funniest bit
Not
ever.
Googling anything.
Where I like lower my screen brightness down and then I like Google something so it's really obvious and like what pops up white on my face. But that's a lot of effort, so I'm not going to do it.
Please don't do that. So I'm trusting you guys. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So here we go.
So we're playing collectively, right?
Yeah, you guys are all working together, but like I said, if you guys disagree, that's fine. I'm not keeping points. This is just for fun.
Oh.
So
nice.
I'll keep points in my head, Brenda, so don't worry.
Okay.
All right, here we go.
Use
Here's
lattice math to
Lattice math.
track of it.
All right, here you go. Here's your first celebrity. Jennifer Saunders, who is a British comedian and actress.
Not dead.
Not dead.
Is she
Not dead.
dead or not
Not dead.
dead?
Not dead.
Not dead. Sure.
She is not dead. Good job. Brad Pitt, is he
Not
dead or
dead.
not dead? I have to say, okay, I know you guys can see the screen. For the audio listeners, I gotta say the name. So give me like
Fine.
a minute. Give me a minute to say the name, and then you
Wait,
guys can
are you
guess.
saying we need to pause?
Yes, please pause. You guys have pausing problems. It's almost like you're menopausal. All right.
You shut the fuck up.
Okay, I'm going to jump Jason next time I'm in
Farrah
town.
Fawcett, is she
Dead.
alive or she's
She's dead. I know when she
Dead.
died too. Ooh.
She's dead, I guess.
She's
Yes.
dead.
Yeah.
She's totally dead.
What year did she die?
She died the same exact day that Michael Jackson died. So if anyone knows what year that is,
I think.
Um,
2009. I was really young when Michael Jackson died.
Okay.
Does Lisa have a guess?
No,
yeah,
I was gonna
'cause I
say
think it's been like
2015.
25 years.
I thought he was dead by the time I was in 5th grade, and I was in 5th grade in 2012. So I want to say 2009.
Okay.
I trust you.
We're going
Time
with
doesn't
2009?
exist for me, so I don't know.
We're going with 2009?
Yeah,
Yeah.
sure.
I don't know, sure.
There you
Oh
go.
my
You guys
God.
are correct. Larry Hagman
Dead.
from Dallas.
Dead.
He's
100%
old as
dead.
yeah, dead because I'd be
Remember
old as
to
dirt.
pause, Brenda. Oh, sorry.
I'm bad at pausing.
That's okay.
Well, what year did he die?
I don't care.
Okay. Okay.
So,
okay.
oh wait, I'm
Wait.
sorry, audio
on.
listeners. The options are, while they're thinking, options are 2012, 2008, 2010, 2017. I'm
Okay.
sorry.
So
That
I
last
just watched the other day an episode of a TV movie of In the Heat of the Night that was directed by Larry Hagman. And I think that
Oh.
was around 2008-ish. So I'm going to guess 2010, but I might be way off base.
Okay. Anyone else want to throw anything in?
No, because I don't care.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Sorry, I don't care if dates don't matter to me. Time
Also,
Alright.
my partner's car just broke down for the second time in 2 days.
It sucks.
They need to get a
Time
new
for a new
car.
car.
Anyway,
I think it's
2010?
over.
No, 2012. Liza Minnelli, is she dead or not dead?
Not dead.
She's
Yeah.
not dead.
She
I
just
didn't think
appeared on something.
There's a Twitter account like that is basically did someone like survive Liza, or did Liza Minnelli survive whatever? And
That used to be Betty White.
She was just on. She was on an award show because she appeared with
yeah.
Lady Gaga. She's not dead.
she looks awful, but she's
Not
alive.
dead?
She's
All
not
right.
dead.
That's correct.
I know.
Rupert Murdoch, is he
Dead.
dead or not dead?
Dead.
Okay.
Sure. I thought he
died
was
last
alive,
year, I
but
think. I'm pretty sure he died last year.
real. I'll say he's dead. I'm fine with that.
I'm fine with it.
I thought he was alive, but
He's a dick, so I don't care.
yeah, that's my thing.
Oh, shit!
He is not dead. Aretha
Fuck.
Franklin, is she dead
Definitely
or
dead.
not dead?
Dead.
Definitely dead.
She
Dead.
died.
All right. Brenda and Bear, since Lisa doesn't care, and I didn't mean that to make that rhyme. What year did she die? 2013, 2020, 2018, or 2015?
I think it was 2013, but I'm not sure. But I think her estate is still like in probate. So
I say
Lawyer
28.
talk.
you think it's 2018? Maybe.
I don't know why.
You
thought
could be
it was
very,
more-
very right because I have no idea.
I
I
thought
just
I
know that, like,
remembered
her
her
estate-
dying.
Her estate is huge, and like she didn't have a lot, but she has like publishing rights and like music rights. That
Well, she did a lot.
what?
She did a lot. She did a lot of songs.
No,
and
she
wrote
didn't have a lot of
songs
the assets because a lot of them were swindled.
and-
But like what she has left,
Yeah, that I
will
didn't know.
generate income. Sorry, lawyer talk.
Well, anyway, what year are we going for? I'll just pick one.
I'll say 2018 just because I feel like I remember her dying.
That is correct.
Yo,
Britney Spears, is Britney
She's
Spears dead or
alive.
alive?
Very not
Very much
dead.
alive.
I'm very glad to hear that. Jermaine Greer, who is an Australian feminist author, so the three of you better be on this.
Dead.
I think
I
that
think she's dead. I'm pretty sure she died.
I'm just backing into the nose of this sex doll. You guys think about this.
Oh,
We all said we answered.
All three of
you,
us answered.
dickwad.
Click the button, Frank.
Did you?
Fucking
So-
gay people.
What is she?
Dead.
Dead. We all said dead.
No,
Oh,
she
hold
is
on.
not. Chuck Norris. Is Chuck
Dead.
Norris dead or alive?
Not
he's
dead.
alive.
He's not dead.
He's not
Oh,
dead.
well.
Nothing can kill Chuck Norris.
Hunter S. Thompson. Is he
Dead.
dead or not
Dead,
dead?
dead.
Dead.
What year did he die?
Don't fucking try
2012,
now.
2003, 2004, 2005. I think I know this.
I don't fucking know.
I think it's 2004.
For the podcast listeners, I'm using a website that made this game, and I don't know the answer to the year part. So I'm guessing, if I had to guess.
You're not playing the game. Shut up.
Well, you guys are giving
2004,
an
please.
answer. You guys-
2004. We are giving you the
We
answer. You're not
did.
listening. 2004, please.
Yes, please.
I'm gonna listen back to this if I don't hear an answer to this.
2004, asshole.
All right, it's 2005. So there. That's what I was gonna say. Freddie Mercury. Is he dead or not
Dead.
dead?
He's
Dead.
There's a whole movie about him being dead.
I thought a lot of these were going to be hard.
Yeah, these are not.
But what year did he die?
I think he died the year I graduated high school, which was 93, but I am not positive.
I don't know. And I feel like I would remember this, but I don't
I
know.
was not alive. Nor am I that big of a Queen fan.
I'm not sure.
We'll say
I-
93.
Yeah, I mean,
I
I'm
don't
good to
know.
go
I
with
don't
it.
know.
I just don't remember it happening.
No,
85?
96.
91. A name I can't say.
Yves Saint Laurent.
Saint Laurent.
Thank you guys. Dead or not dead?
I don't
Dead.
know anything
Dead.
about fashion.
I am 90% sure.
Oh, I don't
dead.
either, but I'm going dead on this one.
I know a lot about fashion, but this is one of my weak spots.
So we're
Dead?
saying dead?
Yes.
Correct.
Oh, okay.
Now, what year did this person
don't
die?
know.
2008, 2001, 2005,
This part.
I
or
like
2007?
just saw
I
a
literally
video.
can't, Lisa.
I just saw a video that mentioned this. I don't remember though. I'm gonna say 2008. I don't know. I thought it was more recent-ish.
Anyone else want to chime in? Lisa, don't say anything. Brenda, do you want to chime in with anything?
I decline to comment.
All right, we're going to go 2008, and that is correct.
My huge girthy brain.
Morgan Freeman.
Not dead.
He's still kicking.
He's narrating my life.
Indeed. I don't even know who this is. Verlin.
She's
Vera
dead.
Lynn.
She was born in,
Yeah,
1917.
She's dead.
Yeah, but she died. I remember that she died specifically.
I don't know who she is, though.
All right. Random guess of 2018, 2020, 2021, or 2023. Wow. She lived
2018.
Hang on. If it is, these are the options. She lived a long fucking time.
She did. She was a singer in Britain. Like during the wartime, she was known like during the war, the Great War.
The Great War. Googled, so I know how old she was. So I'm looking at it right now.
I think.
What did I just say, Lisa?
I'm not going to answer you, Yahoo.
I think it was during COVID, 2020, but
I wanted to know what she's saying.
2020? Sure.
I think.
Hey, good guess. Sean Connery, is he dead or not dead?
Dead.
Yeah.
Dead.
All right, everyone but Lisa, 2016, 2020, 2018, or 2015.
Name. I'm going to be
No,
honest.
I said that because you don't care about the years. That's why I said anyone but Lisa.
Okay.
I really don't know.
I have
one of you.
15?
One of you just say a year.
16, 15, 16, either or.
Is it 16? Oh,
it was 2020. Frankie Valli, is he dead or not dead? I actually know the answer to this without even looking at the button.
I think he's dead too.
I have no idea. I guess dead.
No, he's very much alive.
Wow.
Oh.
Robert
Mugabe, he's a politician in Zimbabwe.
I'm gonna say
probably like Mugabe.
I'm gonna say dead because he'd be
100. It could be. I'm gonna say not dead.
I'm gonna say dead just because
he would be 100 this year, so I'm gonna say not dead.
Oh,
for funsies.
I'm outvoted. Say not dead, but
he's dead. Patrick Stewart.
He's
not
still
dead.
alive. Still alive.
Yeah.
Michael Douglas.
Not dead.
Alive.
Not dead. He's alive.
Totally alive. Banging Catherine Zeta-Jones.
Oh, look at this. It does the score for you. You guys got a 71%. You are 1% below the global average, which checks. And you could replay this, but we're not. Anyway, that was Dead or Not Dead. Good job, guys. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you.
9%. That would have been cooler.
Oh,
Bro, at bingo, because we do bingo at my school. Every time we have like different call outs. So like B9, we all go, it's not cancer. And like B4, it's before and after.
Oh my God, that's so funny.
Jeez.
069 is like just whoops and hollers and people go like, nice.
Nice.
All right. That is going to do it for the main episode of Whatever with Jason Soto. Brenda,
what?
I want to thank you for joining this madness. Thank you so much for doing this, Brenda.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I got to go to therapy now after this, but
I go to therapy.
I do too.
Maybe we should have a joint therapy session. Ooh, that'd be an episode. We all
drive
go through
somebody out of the practice.
Yeah,
that's a future episode. We'll bring in a therapist to work through all of our problems.
My therapist would quit if I brought you with. He's like this close to quitting me. So.
I love it.
That is fair. Go check out Brenda over at the FBI's Most Unwanted, where she says cocksucker a lot.
I love cocksucker. That's
she hates Alex Krycek.
He is a dick hound.
And she talks about baseball. So
I love baseball and hair. Great baseball hair.
And butts.
And butts. Bobby Ray's pants. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah. So, and Brenda also co-hosts Her Sing Around with Isabel and Chris, where they talk about a celebrity who has recently passed. The last episode that went up as of this recording.
And wieners. We talk about wieners.
That's a you and Isabel thing.
Well, look, you make us watch things that have wieners in them.
I can't help that
as unofficial
the people.
HR.
No, Lisa's HR.
I know. I was about. Can I finish my sentence, you misogynist?
No.
As unofficial HR,
like
Lisa
the
should be
staff mouth.
taking notes.
Do I have to? I'm scrolling.
I can't help that the people that died made movies in the 70s when it was okay to have like side dick. So
Why don't we have side dick now in movies? Why?
Puritanical Christian culture.
That's a
We
good
have
question.
to protect the children.
Unironically, we
They came
discussed
from
this.
wieners.
We discussed this in a college class of mine. Like why,
Side
like,
dick.
like how did American culture change to where nudity is so like not a thing? And the answer is Protestant Christianity.
But what about
There you go.
dicks specifically? Did you talk about dicks specifically?
Yeah, did you talk about dicks?
Yeah, we did. We actually were like, remember when they used to show like dick in movies?
Yeah.
Did you call anyone a dick hound?
No, I
That's
didn't.
my job.
Because
Well,
I
damn it.
value my college.
Brenda, go become a
education.
teacher at
Yeah.
Bear's school so you can.
Bear
talk
is
to
not
people.
going to usurp Brenda's
Also,
hey,
with peace and love,
job.
I don't think Lisa's going unless Lisa wants to go back for a doctorate. I don't think
Ugh.
Lisa
kinda
Lisa
done.
wants to come teach at my school.
I'm kind of done.
I said Brenda
Just-
go teach at this school. That was what I
unless
said.
well, does Brenda have a doctorate?
I do.
That's so cool. That's so badass
Love
of you. I love
That's
that.
amazing.
What's it in?
How the hell did you get the?
It's a Juris Doctor. I'm an attorney. It's when you have
Oh.
a JD, you're a doctor.
Oh, that's fair.
Oh,
Yeah, that's
okay.
fair. That's fair.
I don't have like the super JD, which is an actual like PhD in law,
In knowing
But-
shit.
because you have like different levels of law degrees. So anyone who graduates from law school has a Juris Doctor degree. So they're technically a doctor. But then you have like the next level is called the LLM, which is for people who are never going to practice but are going to be at big firms, like telling people what to do and what not to do as far as like taxes usually. But then you have
Consultancy and
the super JD, which you can only get, I think, at like 2 schools now. And one of them is IU.
crazy.
And the super JD, which is not called that, obviously, it's got some other letters, but it's like that's for like law professors and people who are super, super into things that I don't care about. So
That's so cool.
Yeah,
I didn't
so-
know any of that.
Jason, she still cannot probably teach at a college, is what we've
I
learned.
can.
No, I think
Oh,
she
that's
could
cool.
because of the practice, the law practice.
That's fair. Okay, at my school, we don't have any like law school stuff. We only
Right, but I can teach, like, I could technically teach. There's several attorneys I know are teachers at colleges. They teach criminal justice. They teach
Oh, I forgot about criminal justice classes.
analytics, like writing and analysis, like certain kinds of like logic and problem solving type stuff. A lot of attorneys I know moonlight, I guess you could call it that, or they're adjuncts, but also a lot of them are actually just professors.
That's cool. I've never thought about that, but that makes a lot of sense. I'm used to just like in my mind it falling into like English or falling into Soc.
Yeah.
Right.
Because we only just now at my school got even like a pre-law club
Oh,
on campus, and it's like a big deal because like we have a decent amount of students go into law, but
they're
we
stupid.
just now got a
No one should
pre-law
go into
club.
law. Law is awful. Don't tell them to stop.
One of my best friends is going into law.
Tell them to stop.
Okay, I'll be
Yeah.
sure to tell her. I'll be like, Leslie, I know you want to go into immigration law, but
No.
I have news.
Oh my gosh, no.
Brenda
One
breaking
of my
the
best
hopes and
friends
dreams
works in
of college
immigration.
students.
And she would never ever recommend anyone do that ever.
I have I considered going to law school.
No.
Okay.
I don't have the work ethic.
Just
Yeah.
no. The answer is no. Don't. If someone ever, like, I have nephews, and my nephew told me he wanted to do what I do, be a lawyer, and do the kind of law I do, and I just said no. No.
Real.
Okay.
That's fair.
Well, anyway, Brenda, thank you so much for being
No.
here.
No.
And,
Thanks for being a lawyer. If it sucks, it sucks
and
so bad.
go check out the other shows that Brenda does.
Jason, no.
Has and with that, we are going to wrap up the show.
We are? Is that
No.
it?
That is it of the main show. We still got the Patreon exclusive.
We have
Patreon.com/rabbitholepods.
It never ends, Brenda.
Whatever
Just
with Jason
take it
Soto is
over.
hosted by me, Jason Soto, co-hosted by Lisa Sally Haynes, who is going to be at Atlantic City this weekend, gambling
Damn right I am.
her life savings away. So go meet her there.
And my husband's.
And also co-hosted by Bear, who is eating a salmon as we're speaking. Please go check out our merch over at rabbitholepods.redbubble.com. T-shirts,
Cool.
mouse pads, stickers, coffee mugs, absolutely. All kinds of great shit over there at rabbitholepods.redbubble.com. You can find me on Twitter at Famous Comedian at the moment. You can follow Rabbit Hole Podcast on Twitter at RabbitHP. Or if you have a problem with anything that was just said in this episode, you can email me at jasonsoto@gmail.com.
Wait, I have a question. Does anyone
Yep.
email you and have a problem?
Yes.
Yeah.
Vern. Usually it's Vern.
Typically, yes. Or sometimes people email me for like advice and then we'll read the advice on the show.
Also,
Can
Vern.
I be on one of those shows? Because I give great advice.
You know what? I haven't had one in a minute, so maybe we'll get something.
Okay.
All right. Go check out our Facebook group, facebook.com/groups/rabbitholepod. Also just go to rabbitholepodcast.com. That is the main website for, everything. You can find episodes of this show, FBI's Most Unwanted, Rehearsing Around, and a lot of other great, awesome podcasts to check out. You can find this show on, Amazon, Apple, used to be Google, but I think that's gone now. Bear told me that went away. But you can also go to Amazon where you say, Alexa, play whatever with Jason Soto podcast. And it'll play the latest episode. The mixtape intro song was made by friend of the show, Lackey. Thank you very much to Lackey for doing that. The beginning and ending song is Liam Lynch's United States of Whatever from the album Fake Songs. Patreon members, the rest of you guys, Chris R from aftercredits.com and Pursing Around, thank you so much to Chris R. The Vern, thank you so much to Vern from Cinema Recall. Carl, thank you so much to Carl. Lackey, thank you to Lackey. Toby, thank you, Toby. Kevin, thank you so much to Kevin. And our second new Patreon member, Serena. Thank you, Serena.
Thank you, Serena.
You are awesome. You can also be awesome by supporting us by going to patreon.com/rabbitholepods. $1 will get you in. You can check out all the bonus content, get episodes early, all kinds of great shit going on over at Patreon. You should go check it out. That is going to do it for this episode. Lisa, Bear, thank you guys so much for being my co-host. I love you
It's
guys.
always a fun time. It's always good stuff.
I owe you both a really big hug. Thank you all. I will give you Brenda, next time I see you, I will give you a hug.
I don't want a hug. I don't want one.
I'm giving you one anyway. Thank you all very much for listening. Wash your goddamn hands and keep your head in the clouds and your feet in the mud. Adios. Copyright 2024 Rabbit Hole Podcasts, rabbitholepodcasts.com.